Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Feed God's Sheep Missionary Church podcast room and sanctuary. It is also our studios for doing musical, events. Ladies and gentlemen, we want you to know right now today that we have a tea that will release a blood clot in your vessels. A lot of people are having their hands cramp up, their legs are cramping up, their arteries are locking up, their back is locking up. Ladies and gentlemen, from the chemicals in the air called chemtrails, all of this stuff floats through the air. They're taking us out from the air, the water, and from the dirt where we grow our food. Ladies and gentlemen, we have this green tea that cuts through your blood. It's called Prophet T1. This tea right here, ladies and gentlemen, will open up a blood clot in your leg. It will open up a blood clot in your heart. All you got to do is take the top off, maybe take a spoon or a knife, stir it just a tiny bit in the bottle, and dip your finger in the tea. You can touch it with your finger, or you can tap the tea and pour it into the palm of your hand and make a circle about the size of a dime or a nickel, and it will release a heart attack. It will release a blood clot. If you have a cramp in the middle of the night, 3 a.m., it will open you up. Also, this green tea, ladies and gentlemen, guess what else it works for? This works for people that smoke. If you smoke cigarettes, if you smoke cigars, if you use those inhalers, if you use the hookah pipe, if you smoke weed, if you use those blunts, ladies and gentlemen, this tea will open up your heart and keep you from having a heart attack. People need to clear their lungs. And I also want you to know a lot of these guys are here what they call blunt smokers. Ladies and gentlemen, it locks up your heart and leads to cancer. It also shuts you down in the penile area. It shuts the women down in her area. It does many things that diffuses the body. So we want you to know that this tea will open you up. It's also good for blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, your weight. Ladies and gentlemen, this tea does all those things. We want you to know this, okay? It's really important because guess what? There's millions of people getting cancer out there. And so we got people going on with our cancer tea. But not just this bottle, you may need the whole package if you have 3rd or 4th stage cancer. This is great for people just starting off with cancer, but if you really want to knock it out right away, real fast, you'll get our whole package, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, we want the public to know that I hope you guys are listening very good. There are no doctors out there nowhere that will take chemo. They will give chemo to you. They will give chemo to your family. But no doctor will give chemo to his daughter, to his wife, to his son. Ask the doctor. Say, you know what? Let's do this like we did in the old days. Doctor, I will take the medicine after you take it. Or tell your doctor, hey, you take that chemo, I will take it. And I guarantee you, no doctor will take the chemo. Okay? People don't know this, but you don't hear about doctors' deaths. Like doctors don't die. They don't want you to think that nothing ever happens to them. You don't read about it in the newspapers. You don't hear about it. You don't nothing on TV. Nothing. Like doctors never die. Something that makes you go, The same thing like man going to the moon, but he's come back with no rocks, no dirt, no samples. If man had samples from the moon, guess what? He'd have them in the museum tomorrow in the first day. Ladies and gentlemen, don't trust in man, trust in God. God said not could you be healed? God said, would you be healed? Man wants you to think that this is a body. This is not a body. This is your holy temple. And God designed all this. So we're doing this for God. If you don't care about yourself, you do this for God. No more haste. No more waste. Too many people are dying, singers, dancers, all of these different people, rappers, people with all different type of careers, people who are in the health industry, people who are in the White House. They're dying, and I'm sitting right here to help you. There's not one person on this darn earth that can do what God's servant can do. May God love you. May God teach you. May God help you. May I teach and preach to you. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? God is love. And after love, you get the holiness. And the holiness is where the holistic herbs come from. So if you really want the top of the line herbal doctor, you gotta get it from somebody holy. I mean, they got to speak seek God and put God's name first. If God ain't first, then guess where you are? You're sitting somewhere in the back seat in man's world. Ladies and gentlemen, may your food be your medicine. May your medicine be your food. We want y'all to know that this talking about chicken wing shortage. There is no chicken wing shortage because the chickens nowadays, they're growing 90% don't have no wings. These birds don't have no beaks. They're growing chickens in office buildings. I challenge anybody, go follow a Kentucky Fried Chicken truck. You won't see them show up at no farms getting no chickens. You're eating fake chicken. And chicken is one of the number one things ate all over the world. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the Food Prophet Knowledge will teach you what nobody else will. Via Network, VYRE Network. We have a TV show called Staying Alive Till 125. 12 episodes, a total of 6 hours of knowledge from this one man, God's servant. God is using me like, how do you say, ladies and gentlemen, I wake up at 3 a.m. He puts a dream in my brain and I bring it straight out to you. And there it is. That's why I am who I am, God's servant, the prophet. Ladies and gentlemen, Prophet Dr. Jolly Harris III of Feed God's Sheep Missionary Church loves you. May your food be your medicine. May your medicine be your food.